Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Want to validate the statement that I made about waiting and how it can cost you by showing you an example. And for those of you that are on the fence, hopefully this example will give you the information that you need to make sure that you are putting yourself in the best position possible to take advantage of interest rates and or potential home or anything of that nature if you're seriously looking to purchase a home. Okay, because waiting will cost. It always costs in every situation, and in this one it is no different. So without further ado, let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the example. This is one of the down payment assistance programs that we offer via the TDHCA, Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. These interest rates came out on 220. Let me highlight that there. 220. Okay. Today is the 21st. So these are the rates as of today. Okay. Let me highlight this. Is it going to work? There we go. Let me highlight it. And so here is the example to show you how quickly things can change and how a couple of my clients that have been waiting for this particular product to come available, they wanted to think about it and now the monies are gone. So I got a couple of people that I was able to register and a couple other folks that couldn't because the money's not there anymore. What money am I speaking of? This is what we call the non or no down payment assistant 30-year first lien. So there's not going to be any percentage or down payment assistance associated with it, but the interest rate is 5.75%. And that's another key point to keep in mind when I validate another area in which you might consider moving forward because it's costing you money by maybe listening to the wrong sources. So back again on the 20th, today is Wednesday, so yesterday, Tuesday, because Monday was a federal holiday, market was closed. This money came available on the 20th, and it was a pretty big chunk of money, 15, $20 million. Okay, which sounds like a lot, but with the home prices and things of that nature, really not a lot. And here's the deal: not only are you guys competing with builder lenders and things of that nature, in that they have a group of people just like I do. Okay, we have a pool of people that have been properly qualified and are waiting for certain trigger points. And so when those monies come available, I just lock, and then we know and understand the team that we have to find a home and close it within a certain period of time. That's what's going on. So as you can see, yesterday, 220, this bucket of money came available in non-targeted areas as well as targeted areas. I'll do a video on that at another time, or you can go to the YouTube channel and watch a video on what that means. But this was yesterday, and this is today. It's gone. Okay. So when you snooze, you can lose. And again, no pressure. This isn't for those of you who have not made the decision to become homeowners. I'm talking to those of you that, especially my folks, we've pre-approved you. You've gone through the process. We have all your documentation. You are waiting for a certain price point or a certain interest rate. You can't snooze or you will lose out. And because the money went so quickly, what that also tells me is that there's a demand. There's a demand regardless of the fear mongers that you might hear out here talking about interest rates. And respectfully, for those of you that that resonates with, you're really not going to buy anyway. And you shouldn't. You should get yourself prepared because home ownership is not right for you at this time. But for those of you that are moving forward and are prepared and understand, you have to move. You have to move. And in order to do so, you have to know what it is that you want and are looking for. Okay. So one last thing I want to show you to round off or to finalize the statement that I made about when you're waiting, you lose, right? And I showed this bucket of low, below market rate first mortgage money that was gone in 24 hours. Okay. And now, since we're talking Texas, I'm going to keep it in Texas. And what you're looking at here is this is the Texas Real Estate Research Center. Okay. Very good resource. You guys can look into it as well. It has all of the counties, the MSAs, the whole nine. But I want to look at the average purchase price and the median purchase price. The difference is really the average can skew numbers because if you have sales that are on the higher end, it could kind of pull up the median. But when you look at both of them, bottom line, you can get the gist of what the point I'm trying to make here. So I'm going to go all the way down. This is January 2024. And the reason I'm saying this in combination with the first piece of data that I showed on the video is a lot of you guys are waiting for home prices to come down. And you think home prices are going to come down because the definition of inflation, and when inflation is coming down or when prices become too high, less people buy, and then there should be an equilibrium of price and cost, right? Affordability and price. I'll say it that way. But what this will show you is that going over the most recent year to keep it somewhat in line, the average home price in Texas out of all the homes was $385,036. The median, it's a number you probably can hang your hat on a little more confidently, is $319,000. That was a year ago. Okay. And so we've had a year of higher inflation. So prices should be coming down, correct? Well, you'll be, it would be to your benefit to look as you go through this run. As you can see, it looks like prices were, up, 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 up. Okay. Then around September, you had a correction, a downward trend, down, okay, down, down. Looked like they were going in the right direction. But what happened in December? Prices went back up. Well, you have to go back. You have to understand in December, okay, we got the first bit of news that the Fed might be cutting interest rates for 6-7 times in 2024. And there was a good CPI report from the prior month, and interest rates took a tick down just for a moment. And that's validated here with the example that I'm giving with this down payment assistance program, because it's 5.75% money gone in 24 hours, $20+ million. Okay. And there's no down payment assistance. That's something else for some of you guys to understand. Those of you that don't have any closing costs and things of that nature. You got a lot of competition out here. 24 hours, money's gone, right? So then back to my point, December, you see an uptick again in the average and the median here in Texas. So when you look at data, the numbers, and not folks that are playing to your emotions, because that's how they make money from attention, advertising dollars, okay? They'll tell you that the sky's falling, and then as soon as it's not falling in interest rates, they're going to switch the narrative and they'll start telling you it's time to buy, because they're vying for your attention. I'm here to help those of you that want to become homeowners or invest in real estate by looking at the numbers. And so December shows you that interest rates dropped to a certain point, and they weren't at 5.75% in that, but it was in that 5.75 to 6 and let's call it 6.375% range. And the activity picked up again. Okay. Then we had an offering on this down payment assistance, 5.75 on Tuesday. Today it's gone. So what that tells me is there's pent up demand. there's a lot of people that want and are able to buy. They're just looking for the right strike price. Okay. So also here, I'm not showing, but in last January, inventory was at 2.6% as far as how much homes are on the market. Ask any of your realtors that are worth their salt, and they'll tell you that number should be about 6 months for a healthy market. Okay. So still very, very under uh utilized, not utilized, but under, what's the word I'm looking for? Lack of inventory. Let's put it that way. 2.6 months, not a lot. And so it looks like it was kind of building up, building up, building up. And we're building up, the 3.5, but nowhere near 6. Okay. And so the interest rate in combination with the lack of inventory and the number of people that are willing and able to buy, just looking for a certain purchase price. And a lot of people have gotten off that bandwagon, or interest rate, more importantly, they're jumping in. So even this month, after a higher CPI print, you'll notice that, again, purchase prices started going back up. Then they're down somewhat, but they're not down even as low as they were a year ago. So you have to make the determination in your mind, if you are willing and able to buy, you got to ask yourself, hey, are these prices going back to 2019? I say no, in my opinion. Why do I say no? I'm looking at the data. There's not enough homes. There's a lot of folks that want to buy single family residences, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. You know what I mean? At these median purchase prices in Texas. Okay. As this example. So what you have to understand is this. Do you know your numbers? Do you know what it is that you really want? That's where the rubber meets the road. And then if you do, and you've worked that out with your lending team and your realtor team, then when you put all those pieces together, you'll be able to take advantage of opportunities when they happen, such as these rates and things of that nature when they're coming around. If you have the right team members and we have the plan of action to say, you know what, I'm locking us in, it's time to go to work. So there you have it. I know a lot of you guys are busy at work. That's why I come on during this time, because I really don't want a lot of interaction to distract me, because I love to talk. Just want to give you guys the information, the tools that you can use to help you and yours make the best decision when it pertains, or as it pertains to buying your home. If we could be of assistance, right here, right? Take out your phone, QR code, get on the calendar. Let's have a conversation. More importantly, let's go to work. Let's get you prepared so that you can take advantage. You can pull the trigger, if you will, the proverbial trigger, when the things that you're looking for present themselves, i.e. opportunity. My time is up. I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And until the next time, get ready.